Miss G?
I said Miss C.
Oh, okay, then yeah, go ahead. Alright. Alright, so I'm going over this worksheet. Hush. Okay. Wait, did I collect all of them yet? Did I get everybody?
Give me like a, thank you, ma'am. Give me like a pot, like one.
You ain't got no quarter?
No, I have a.
You can answer out here.
I do not professionally. I don't have a big bankroll. These are ones. It looks like a lot of money when it's in. It'd be like $10. You got no this. I would get my phone.
Miss C likes me. Man, be cool, my nigga. You see me sitting right here, bro. But really, don't get him on C this motherfucker.
Alright.
Okay. Bro. Don't give me that.
Okay, so the first problem, right, we did this yesterday. Thank you. I've got 43 and 5900 plus 40. So 43 and 5900 plus 40 plus 90, I'm sorry, 91,000. Alright, and what did we say before? With addition and subtraction, add and subtract, line up decimals. Okay, so that means I'm going to start with my 43 and 5900ths, my 40 right here. Now I've got 0 and 91,000. That's how I start this problem. There we go. So there's my decimals. They're in an actual line, despite how crooked it may look. Okay? Can I fill in my missing zeros?
Yes, you want to.
If I want to, I can. Alright, so there's my missing zeros. So I want to go 0 plus 0 plus 1 is?
1.
9 plus 9 is?
18.
What do I do with my 1?
Carry it. 5.
I carry it over right there, right? 1 plus 5 is?
6.
What do I do with my decimal?
Bring it straight down.
Straight down. Look at those little arrows. It's so pretty.
3.
3 and 0 is 3. Thank you, Miss Lisa. And 8. My answer is 83 and 681,000. Alright, so for the next one, I still line up my decimals. But does my first number have a decimal? No. So I've got number 2 is 78 minus 54 and 281,000. Write it down. Write it down. Thank you. Alright, so 78 is first. I go ahead and add in my decimal because I know I'm going to need it. 54 and 281,000. There's my minus sign. What do I need to do next?
Put some zeros.
Put in my zeros. Now what do I do?
Go and carry the 8, make it a 7.
I need to borrow, right, for my 8, make it a 7.
And then make the 0 a 10.
Make that one a 10. Now what do I do?
Go on, cross on over.
Cross it out.
9. Then that one's a 10 and a 9.
Cross
And then
it
the
out.
other one's a 10.
Alright.
And then that's 9.
10. So right here I've got 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus 2 is 7. What do I do next?
Bring your decimal down.
Bring my decimals on down.
Hold on. Okay, she went through that way too fast because you know this is what I had told you yesterday.
Okay.
Do it one more time but slower.
That's okay. So I have my 8 over here, right?
Yeah.
I borrowed from my 8. I made it a 7.
There to, okay.
I took 1. I literally take off 1 and I put a 1 in front of the 0. So then I make that 10, right? So that's a 10 right now. I make it a 9.
Wait a minute. Why? You made it, why did you make it a 9?
Cause I need to borrow over here
Okay.
again.
Cause it's like you had $800. Now you had to borrow $1, so $799.
Yep.
And then you had to borrow that from the other side.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had to make that a 9.
Mhm.
But the other side, you just kept it, okay, okay.
This is like chain mail. Somebody's gotta make it before everybody can share it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so now I've got 7 minus 4,
3.
and 7 minus 5.
2.
So my answer is 23 and 719,000.
That's a THS thing.
I got this.
CHS.
No, I ain't gotta get
Well, can I
that.
have my paper bag, cause I did that wrong.
No. But you can write down what I'm doing now.
Miss people, I want my paper bag.
No! That's the whole point of me giving it to you and then taking it and showing you how to do it. It's a process.
And y'all leave me ours back too. Please.
I'm not grading them for like a grade. I'm seeing what you know.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't do me any good if I show you how to do it and then you fix it. I can't figure out what you know. I don't know how slow y'all think I am, but I'm not. Alright. Let's see, the third one is a multiplication, so I'll do that over on the side. I feel like there's something in my hair. Maybe it's just my thing. Oh, thank you. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna do number 3 right here. So you have a chance to write down number 1 if you did this before.
We gotta write it down, like got to.
Yeah.
You know all this?
Alright, so parentheses mean to multiply, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Multiply. So I've got 17 times 41.
Wait a minute, didn't you tell us yesterday you were supposed to put 41 on top?
No, that was subtraction. That was a bigger number on top.
Well, I got that wrong.
That doesn't matter.
That's what I did.
That won't change. That won't change your answer.
Right, still put it on top, it's gonna still be the same thing.
Oh, okay.
And that's 7.
So I've got 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. What do I do next?
Put a 0 somewhere?
I put a 0 somewhere. Where do I put it? Under the 7. Right? And I cross out my 1. There's my arrow for safekeeping.
Wait
Can
a
I see the
minute.
paper again? I don't like the way you write it.
7 times 4 is?
28. Bring down the 8, carry the 2.
Alright, so I crossed out my 1
Right.
because I'm done with it. So I did 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is
If you
1.
don't cross it out, would your answer be wrong? I don't usually
No.
Okay.
I do that for show.
And you have to make it a 0?
You definitely have to put a 0 there.
Then you see
That is a
Where's that 0
placeholder.
coming from?
That's a placeholder. Because when I look at this, I'm not taking 17 times 4. I'm technically taking 17 times 40.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
Okay. I guess I'm not saying it right. Why are you,
This 0 is a placeholder. Because, remember when I multiply anything times 10?
so it's not really saying like a 0, it's just holding your,
Right.
Okay.
Some people don't put anything here, some people
Yeah,
put an X there. It depends. But in our class, this is what I like to do.
Okay.
So then I go 7 times 4 is 28.
And then you put the 2 up at the 1.
4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2 is 6. And then I add them together. 7 and 0 is 7.
9 and then 6.
I'm asking about the problem.
You seem awful happy to be asking about the problem. 8 plus 1 is 9.
9 and then
And then my 6 comes straight down. Do I have any decimals?
no.
Then I'm done. Antonia? Don't tell people what to do in my class. You're excused.
Hey, Miss C, I got a question though, seriously. Why
Yes.
we always got a backside?
To make you laugh.
Don't make you laugh.
I ain't got no paper. I'm gonna have a paper.
They got it all over there.
Yesterday's stuff.
You know that wasn't the right problem. I didn't even get it. I didn't get it.
Did you leave early yesterday?
You left early.
I was in court. I wasn't here.
Yes, you did.
Why leave?
I don't know where you talked to you, told me you'll be out in like 5 minutes.
I need this.
No, it's too late now. I'll give it to you. I promise.
I'm gonna get an answer.
No, you're not gonna get an F.
Me too.
You'll be alright. I know. You'll be alright. Everybody's freaking out because they think they missed one homework assignment. Quick, give me my homework.
We missing a week.
It is. Alright, so I'm gonna erase 2. Everybody got this? I hope you got it.
Well, Miss B, you was real close to my phone. Please be careful with your feet.
Well, don't put your phone down. You realize it. You know I'm right on my board.
She said on yours yesterday?
No, no, broke on the
Oh, I just bought mine. I cannot.
There we go. No, you're good over there. I don't go over there. Okay.
I'm not ugly. Watch your mouth.
No, you're not.
Okay, so here we go.
Listen to that.
So I get number 4. 3 2/10 times 400.
No, that neither.
Okay. Multiplication, you do not have to line up the decimals. Good job. But you do line up to the right.
Yeah, you make sure they all up under each other.
Exactly. These numbers are uptight and close and personal. Okay, so I've got 4 times 2 is 8.
Well, 8, yeah, and then 12.
And then 12.
And then you put the 1 next to the 3? No?
Placeholder
Oh,
0.
Placeholder 0. Now I've got 0 times 2.
0.
0 times 3
0.
will all be.
Yeah.
I bring down my numbers.
0. 8 to 1.
Now, the point of this
I like
problem
that one.
was the decimals.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so reminders, we don't have to line up when we're multiplying.
You just gotta move 2 places to the right.
I have to figure out how many places, right? So I got 1 place here,
Mm-hmm.
1, 2 places here. So 1 decimal place,
Mm-hmm.
2 decimal places,
You gotta move 3.
3 decimals.
3 total.
Mm-hmm.
So I go 1, 2, 3.
I got it wrong.
That's why we're going over them. It's alright.
Can I please have my paper?
Let me see.
Can you do that one more time?
I'm gonna walk. Alright, everybody quiet for me. Here we go. So basic multiplication didn't change. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3
Not
is
that
12.
part. I got that.
You got that?
The
Okay.
decimals.
My next line was zeros.
Whatever.
My decimals, right, I just count my places. So I start from the far right every time,
Mm-hmm.
the very far right, and I say, okay, I've moved 1 place. That's all I got. I write down a 1.
Where'd you get the 2?
Right here, my decimal's over here. See how the decimal's over here?
Mm-hmm.
So you could technically count the numbers to the right of it if you wanted to instead of the places.
I
But-
thought you had put the decimal in between the 0 and the 4, and I was about to say you wasn't there. That's kind of what messed me up.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
So I start the first place on my right. This is 0 because I haven't done anything yet. I take my step. That's 1. I take another step. That's 2. Plus 2. I literally just add them together. And then I start here, right? That's my ghost decimal. That's what we call that ghost decimal because it's not really there. 1, 2, 3. That's where I stop. Yes, sir.
I promise I just take it on my calculator and say my answer that I put on my paper right. Man, I don't want to
What?
say that one wrong and the one I put on my paper right.
But you put
It ain't funny, I ain't laughing.
If you put the decimal between the 0 and the 4,
You
it's
said
probably.
if I put it between the 1 and the 2, you said it's counted as wrong.
It is
But it's like it's right on the game though. That's wrong.
on the
The
game.
game
You
gonna be wrong.
probably typed it in wrong on the calculator.
Yeah.
We had
3
to.
point.
Did you put your 0?
Three.
You put the point behind
3.2.
the 0 and the 4 between the 0 and the 4.
.04.
3.2 point.
Don't you?
04.
Cause I put
Same
my
game.
decimal.
Alright, dog, they ain't even put it in.
They say the same game.
Keep going.
Ain't nothing else to do. It's like, let's see it.
You about to work
Don't whip out your chest game.
3.2
Mm-hmm.
times .04.
I thought
Well,
you
I'll be
was-
damned.
I told you I was right. Am I right?
I'm right.
No, wait.
3.2 times 0.04. Ready?
Look at my home too.
See it? 3.2 times 0.04. Sounds like you need to upgrade.
Dang, man.
Alright. Miss Karen, what was your question again? Did you lose it?
I thought we had to line the.
That's only an addition and subtraction. Crazy fool.
I must have typed it in wrong or something.
Probably you typed it in wrong.